Hello guys, I'm Said Zainjilani and this is Techlog 101, and in this video we are going to create a Python script that will automatically create a GitHub repository and open up VS Code for our new Flutter project, so we don't have to do it again and again. Okay, so it's like making it automatic, right? So if you are here for the first time, so like the video, subscribe for more videos to come, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. So let's get right into it. Okay guys, so I've already done some research on this thing, and I've gathered the requirements and the resources that we will be using in this video. And this is not going to be a complete tutorial where you see everything, the code in detail. I'm not going to show you all the code, but I'm going to show you the algorithmic process and how we actually learn the different pieces and put them together to create a project. Okay, so let's start. So this is a create GitHub repository. So what first of all, we need to create GitHub repository automatically by there are modules like request module, beautiful soap module, or the Selenium module. This is the one that we'll be using for this thing. With this we'll be able to control the browser and to click to type something in a web page. So for this thing we need this module, and then we'll try to open the VS Code, okay, for that project, and create a folder and open VS Code in that folder. Right, let's change it. And then open VS Code in that folder. Right, so these are a couple of things we can do. I don't even know yet how to do these things, because that's how it's done. We're programmers, we learn along the way because we have our friend Google, right? So we'll get there, but first now let's do this part where we create a GitHub repository. Okay, so let's do this. Got an exception here. Okay, this is how programming actually is. You get stuck and you find the solution, because it's not like in the movies where you see people typing faster than a train. It's not like that. You try something out and you get this type of traceback, and you've got to figure it out. So let's figure it out. Okay, so I've got it working. Okay, the problem was that I didn't have the Chrome driver, and so I needed to download it from the link that it gave in the stick. So I downloaded it, and I needed to add it in the system path, so I won't have to paste it every time in the executable path. Okay, so it's now added and is taking that web driver. Okay, and it is opening. Now let's check it out.
Just let me try to run it, and yep, it is opening the web browser, and it's Chrome, and it's going to the path we've just okay. So yeah, that is the problem again. So it is opening the browser, but it is just after the code is completed, it is being terminated. Okay, so we need to figure out that. So I found a solution for that when the browser was being closed. Okay, so we need to call these Chrome options and add this experimental option argument to true. Okay, so this works. Okay, I got it from Stack Overflow, and it is working fine. Let me show it to you. Okay, I'm running it. Okay. See, now it's not being closed. Okay, so we've got this covered now, but now we need to actually open it and sign. Okay, so it's not signed in. We need to get it in the signed in. Let's GitHub. So okay, we need to open Chrome for a particular Selenium Python. Okay, what does that mean is, I mean, whenever I was opening the Chrome, you saw that it was opening in a different profile for a person. Okay, but I need to open it in my personal profile with the cookies and bookmarks that I already have, so I don't have to sign in again and again for GitHub. Okay, if we use this personal profile in which I have already signed in for GitHub, so we won't have to again sign in. Okay, that would be massive. Okay, so I'm having this problem where the Chrome browser is getting opened, but it's opening in a different profile. And even if I'm opening, and if it only works if the Chrome browser is not running at the same time. If the Chrome browser is running with the same profile instance, then my code won't open it with the specified link here. Like now, if I try to do this, and my profile instance is already open. Okay, it's opening the Chrome, but it is not opening and giving me this user directory is already in use exception. So until I find out which might not be today, but okay, we'll figure it out.
So this is day 2, guys, and I was stuck previously with this Chrome profile because it was not opening with the same profile if it was already opened. So I figured it out in a different way. So I have created a different profile in the Chrome and then signed into GitHub profile, right? So now it is opening that thing, and there are a couple of things we need to do now. So let's get in.
So guys, first let me show you what are we going to automate. So I forgot to show this at first, but let's see what are we trying to achieve here. So let me go to github.com. And we need to, okay, we want to come here, but not actually here. We need to come here, come to this site and create a GitHub repository. I mean, we just want to automate this stuff that are we going to do now, like creating a GitHub repository, online repository, every time we create a project on our Visual Studio Code. So it would make it easy, like, right? Automating a simple stuff is making life easier. So for example, just like I have created that Python repository project, so let me create it, give it a name. Okay, right, it already has project. Good. Now we need to enter this name here, and we need to make it public or private according to the our wish. I mean, whatever we want, we can make it public or private, but I will go with private with most of my projects. Okay, and then we need to click on this create repository button. So we need these 3 things on this particular web page. Okay, we need to do these automatically using the Python script. So let's do this. Okay, so now we every time we do create a repository, we come to this page where we have to add the project. Okay, we need to connect the project, our local project, to this GitHub repository, right? I'm not a genius at GitHub or everything, because we are learning along the way. Okay, this is actually why I'm recording these tech logs, because we need to know that it's not, I mean, we don't need to be a genius, we don't need to be like experts at everything, because we just figure things out, we just face problems and we find solutions. That's what really programming is actually. So see, okay, so what do we need here? Okay, so we need this link here, because this is what will help in connecting our local project to this GitHub repository, right? So here we need to copy this. Okay, so we need this inspect element, and we need these commands to connect them, right? Okay, we manually do these things every time we create a new GitHub repository, or we need to connect. So it is only for the first time, but I mean, even though it's fun to automate these little things we do, right? So okay, so yeah, I forgot to show you how are we going to do these things. So Selenium module, as I told you, uses a CSS selector. Okay, and what is a CSS selector? CSS selector is just this tag, HTML tag for this little for this or any aspect. Okay, you know, we can get to them by going to the inspect element. Okay, and this is the CSS selector or a tag we want for this, because we want to get this paragraph text inside this element, right? So what do we do is we copy this element as a copy selector. Okay, and we go further along the way. But okay, right now we need to also initialize the repository in Visual Studio Code. So let me start it. Okay, so what I just did here, okay, and opened up Visual Studio Code, that is what we are going to automate for now, because as I told you, these are the things like creating GitHub repository, okay, that generates the URL, and we fetch that URL and create a project folder and open vscode in that folder. Okay, we can do that too. I'm using these commands in the terminal, so we also need to figure out how to enter these commands and let them work. Okay, let me try to run this, and you'll know where we are right now. And my Chrome, in my default profile in the Chrome, is already opened, so you can see this. And let's run this. Let's see what it goes. Okay, so this is opening another profile. Yep. Oh yeah, it's closed because I have used this driver.create, because if I was not using this command, it was the driver was running all the time in my services. So you must keep in mind that we need to close this. Okay, once we are done with this. Okay, but for now, okay, we don't need to do this. Okay, so let's run it again. Okay, so wait for it. Okay, so what did we do? Let's see. You can see this. Okay, we just added this and it's also done. Okay, we have clicked on the private automatically. We have just entered the name automatically. Okay, so everything is being done with the script we have just created, right? It's fun, right? Okay, so it just didn't click this. So let's figure out what happened. Also get type submit. So this has the type submit, so we can submit. We can use the submit button. So let's try it out. Okay, saving it and trying it out with the submit method instead of the tilt method. So, oh no, again I forgot to close all this. Okay, so let's just do it again. Okay, I hope it works now. Let's see. Yes, it did. Okay, so we have just successfully created online GitHub repository, okay, for our new repository, any kind of name. Okay, we just be able to change that name. We can use different variables and ask user to enter these things. Okay, So, right, this is great. Now we need to get this information, right? Okay, so we did. Okay, we finally got the link. So it was the attribute, right? This dot get attribute value method, okay, that returned this URL for us, you know. Okay, so I don't get auto suggestions in this for Python. I don't know why. So okay, so we have the URL now. So what do we need is we need to initialize. Okay, no, we need the URL. Now we need to open up Visual Studio Code. Okay, so we just created a folder in default projects folder. Okay, now we need to figure out how to open vscode in that folder. Okay, so let's do this. Let's start. Once. Yep. Great. We are here then. Okay, we have just created the folder. Okay, so you know this is not just something. This was automatically done by Python. Right? Okay, we have just created this script test folder and we opened VS Code in that folder. So all of that and previously what we did is we created the GitHub repository online and all that manual stuff we needed to do every time we create a project. Now we don't have to do all that. Okay, we were just able to do all that with just a simple script. You know, it's fun, right? Okay, so what can we do more? Okay. We can use the git URL to now merge our local repository to our GitHub repository. So we also won't need to do those initial steps, okay, or initial commits and steps. So working. So we are initializing it, we are adding, staging all this stuff, and we are committing. We are okay, the initial commit, using the initial commit and git-hub origin. We are using this URL that we just got here. Okay, now, oops. Okay, sorry, that was actually a comment that I am just uncommented with all of that code. So we are then adding the origin and pushing master. See? So okay, everything looks fine. Now let's try it out. Okay, let's have a try. Let's see if it works. Okay, so here we go. It has opened the Chrome. Okay, the link is opened. Okay. Okay. So it was okay. The origin was already added, but we couldn't push anything because there was nothing in this project. So it did work fine. It was just we didn't have anything to like push to the origin master, and you can see the changes here. We can just refresh it, and voila, we have something here. Now you successfully created this script where we can automatically create our GitHub repository, and for Python or anything, it needs a little bit of formatting and statements and checks and tests, but I mean this is all that was really important initially. So I hope it helped you in some ways. So, and I'll try to reformat it and make it a little bit. So guys, here we are. I have already formatted everything, as you can see. I mean, I have now added the arguments that we need, and everything is now okay, but I haven't tested it yet, so we need to create a bed file for that, and so that we can call it from the command line, and that will run our Python script on Windows. Okay, so let me show you this. Okay, so I have created this bed file here, .bed file, if you know, and let me show you. So we need to do this 8pi and give it the path of the file of Python script that we have just created. Okay, so that it runs on the command line on Windows, right? And this %* is for the arguments that we need, and okay, so we just need to call this, okay, for our script to run. Okay, let's see. So command line and type let's see. Otherwise either we need to count this or flutter project name, and what was it? Gotcha. Yeah, right. We need to add project name test. Script test 3, and we need to make it private. So I'm leaving it. Let's try public here. Okay, so let's see. Oh, you can see it's working fine until now. Okay, so it has just by now everything is working well, but there was something missing. Okay, there was this. Okay, initial commit error. For Flutter, we need to create a new Flutter project. Okay, so I forgot to do that, but let me try it for Python. It will work for Python, I guess. Should work for Python. Let's do this. What was that? Create Python script test for public again. Let's see. Yep, it is working. Yep. Yeah. As you can see, everything is working fine till now. So there's a problem here again. Why? So we have this initial commit problem because there is nothing to commit. But I did just Okay, so this line didn't run, but as you can see, everything else is working. So I'll get this working. You can do it too. So that was all about this project. Hope you got something out of it, and you see, it was fun, really. So that's it.